welcome to Manifested Publishers. We proceed on economics paper, that is April 2024. The last question, question 1. Explain the term producer equilibrium as used in economics. Explain the term, that is 7 Roman A Roman 1. Explain the term producer equilibrium as used in economics. I just want to draw a diagram before I explain that, basically explain that producer equilibrium. We can have this. This is an isocost. That is basically an isocost. So we have capital, and we have labor, and we have labor. This is an isocost. So AB is an isocost line. Then we draw an isoquant, not in difference curve, but isoquant. And then we have Q. We can say Q is 3. So the point that isoquant line forms a tangent with an isoquant, that is where we get the producer equilibrium. So we have equilibrium quantity of capital, that is KE, and equilibrium quantity of labor, that is LE. So we can say that this is 3,000. So we basically need to understand that 3,000 in this particular, 3,000 units is the level of output, is the level of output, is basically the level of output, is the level of output that gives, that basically gives the firm the maximum. We call it the maximum profit. Gives the firm basically the maximum profit. So what is producer's equilibrium? Refers to the level of output. Basically we say producer equilibrium is therefore the firm, we say the firm's, is therefore the firm's level of output, is the firm's level of output, Producer equilibrium is therefore the firm's level of output, which gives the maximum, what we call the maximum profit, which gives the maximum profit. And as you can see from the diagram, this is an isocost. AB is an isocost line, and then we have Q as an isoquant. So 3,000 is the level of output that will give the maximum profit. So a firm is said to be, just a continuation, a firm is said to be at producer equilibrium, A firm is basically said to be at producer equilibrium, if there is no scope, if scope is intention, if there is no scope of increasing, we say scope of increasing, the scope of increasing the profit, or reducing the scope of increasing profit, or reducing the loss, the scope of increasing the profit, or reducing the loss, by changing, we say by changing the output, by changing the quantity, of output, by changing the quantity of output, So if you look at that question, That's question particularly tackling 2 marks, but it's expounded fully. That is the diagram. So at 3,000, that is where we have producer equilibrium. So 3,000 units is the level of output that gives the maximum profit. But you say producer equilibrium is therefore the firm's level of output which gives the maximum profit, that basically gives the maximum profit. And you say that when a firm is basically at a producer equilibrium, the firm has no scope of either increasing profit or reducing the loss by changing the quantity of output, by changing the quantity of the output. That is how we particularly go through that question.